All right, so the Cowboys have just lost to the Carolina Panthers by a last-second field goal by the final score of 27-30. And I've already made a lot of videos about the Dallas Cowboys this season so far. I just had a feeling before the year they would be nothing short of mid and mediocre, and I mean, they may even be worse than mediocre. First of all, if I was Dak Prescott, I would go up to defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, and I would give him my 2 cents. I would give him a piece of my mind. And if I was Dak Prescott, I'd just be talking to the defense and the players in general, and I'd be telling them, I'd be telling them off, essentially. I would say, you fucking pieces of shit. I threw 3 touchdowns. I had a great game. I had like 3 incompletions the whole game. You motherfuckers ruined the game because you can't play defense. Busted coverages, letting fucking Bryce Young get out the pocket and make fucking plays. I mean, their defense is embarrassing. It's like they were trying to leave players open. Listen, it's utterly pathetic at this point how bad the defense of the Dallas Cowboys is. And Matt Eberflus, we knew that he wasn't good in Chicago. Don't know how he got a job with the Cowboys as their defensive coordinator. But it's safe to say he needs to go. He needs to be fired. There's no point in this guy resuming his activities as the defensive coordinator if he's not going to do anything for this team. I know there's not, it's not like their defense is loaded with talent. They have a lot of holes in a lot of different positions, but at the same time, you can work around that with a great defensive scheme. If you have a coach that knows what he's doing, they can, work around that and work with that. And clearly Eberflus is a moron and he needs to be fired, because if he wasn't a moron, he would have showed it already that he had some sort of capability of at least having a competent defense. But now he has the worst defense in the National Football League, and he's become a laughingstock. And all Cowboys fans are probably praying that tomorrow they will be praying that this guy is nowhere near the organization. He should not be anywhere near a football team, to be honest with you. I don't even think he's a coach in high school. He's just horrible. He does sort of have this high school mentality about him, you can tell, and that's why nobody respects him. That's why he was fired from the Bears. That's why no player is excited to play under his fucking under his dictatorship, because it really has just become an embarrassment with this guy's defense. There's no problems with the offense of the Dallas Cowboys. There's minimal to no problems. Dak Prescott is playing great. Like, the play calling is pretty good. They're moving the ball. They scored 27 points. If you score 27 points and lose, your defense is horrible. All right, so Dak Prescott is playing at a really high level. I feel bad for the guy, right? Because this guy is giving his all to this fucking team. He's throwing it all over the place, and he is not being rewarded for it, because this clueless scrub fucking moron defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, and the players suck too. The players are not, they're not innocent in all this either. These players are horrible. There's busted coverage. They don't even know what the plays are. They're not even trying. They don't tackle. They can't get sacks. There's no pressure on the quarterback. I mean, seriously, they made Bryce Young look like a fucking all-pro quarterback. Listen, maybe Bryce Young eventually becomes good. I doubt it, but I mean, come on, man. He had a career day against this defense. They made him look like a really fucking good quarterback. And Matt Eberflus is going to have to hear the music. He's going to have to eventually face reality that he is one of the main people behind the main reasons for why this team is 2-3-1 right now. I'm not saying this team should be undefeated. I'm saying they should at least have a winning record, right? With some of the talent they have, with the way Dak Prescott and their offense has been performing. They're one of the better offenses in the league. But they can't win games because their defense is giving up 30, 40, 50 fucking points, right? And it's not sustainable. And eventually, it's going to get worse, right? Like, if you keep Eberflus, it's going to get worse. You know it. So why not just admit you failed with this hire, that it was a horrible hire, and you try to go out and you try to get somebody else? Just name somebody like the DB's coach or whatever the fuck, the interim defensive coordinator. Fire Eberflus. You've got to get rid of him because what he's doing isn't working, and the players aren't bought in, and the players are horrible, and they clearly don't care to play for this clueless scrub. Once again, if I was Dak Prescott, I would come severely close to punching him in his face because you're ruining any chance. I'm like Dak Prescott's in the prime of his career, and you're just wasting his great start to the season. Like at this point, if you're Dak Prescott, I would legitimately consider requesting a trade. Because there are many teams that would love to have Dak Prescott as their quarterback right now. Because they have shitty quarterbacks who just can't get the fucking job done, like the Cardinals, who have a midget at quarterback. I know Brissett played well today, but still, that midget's going to eventually come back and ruin all hope the team has of winning games. So if I was the Cardinals, I would be calling the Cowboys like, hey, we'll give you a first-round pick and some players, right? Here you go. You can get some players and a first-round pick and maybe a third and like another second next year. And we'll get Dak Prescott, you get some draft capital and a couple decent players, because you clearly have no fucking intent. We'll give you Kyler Murray, right? Like, that's a good trade. The Cowboys get a midget quarterback who can't read a defense, and the Cardinals get a good quarterback, right? I mean, if you're the Cowboys, you might as well do it because you're already the laughing stock of the league, so you might as well make it even worse by getting a shrimpy dwarf quarterback who complains about everything, thinks he's the center of the universe. He has a severe case of main character syndrome, and he shouldn't even be a quarterback because he does it's just become a hate fest on Kyler Murray because Jacoby Brissett played 5 times better than him. But still, Dak Prescott is nowhere near the level. Not Dak Prescott, excuse me. Kyler Murray's nowhere near the level of an NFL quarterback. It's embarrassing how that guy is still in the league. But Dak Prescott, he should be sick to his stomach right now with what's transpiring in Dallas. I don't think he deserves it. I think he deserves a better team than this. I think he deserves an organization that's actually going to give him something. I know he's getting a lot of money, but it's not like... I know he's getting a lot of money, but they can draft better than this, right? They can draft better players. You draft scrub players like Mozzie Smith, and you wonder why, oh my god, why is our team, so shit on defense? Because you're drafting these players that suck. You're signing these old free agents that don't do anything, that have no sort of, sizable impact on the game. You're hiring a coordinator who was never good to begin with, and wasn't good as a coach, wasn't good as a coordinator, was grossly overhyped and overrated, and now is on the hot seat of being fired from yet another job in the NFL, and will probably almost certainly be relegated to some sort of analyst, or maybe will be a coordinator at the college ranks, because there's no way he's an NFL coach. You can't convince me that he's a coach or coordinator or anything of the sort, right? And it really is a disgrace. The Cowboys right now really are a disgrace of a team, because when you have an offense that good, a passing attack that good, without CeeDee Lamb, by the way, they don't even have CeeDee Lamb. That's what makes it more crazy. If they had Lamb, maybe they win this game. I don't know. But, George Pickens playing out of his mind, all that stuff, and you're wasting it. You're wasting the prime of Dak Prescott's NFL career for the worst defense in football with the most in-over-his-head clueless clown, Matt Eberflus, as the coordinator defensively of this team, and you're getting nowhere. You're literally, it's like you're walking in place. Actually, it's like you're moonwalking. You're moonwalking backwards, right? You're literally taking steps backwards by keeping this guy as your defensive coordinator, because he just provides absolutely no value whatsoever. So get rid of that clueless idiot. Brian Schottenheimer, just not a head coach. Not someone who's a leader of men. He'd be a good offensive coordinator. He is not a head coach. Find a real head coach. Demote Schottenheimer to offensive coordinator. You need a coach. You need someone who's going to lead the team. Schottenheimer's not a coach. It's as simple as that. A lot of people say it's not his fault, but he's not a head coach. Come on, just admit it. No other team even gave him a look in the offseason. Okay, maybe we want you to be the head. No team even thought about it for a second. So he's not a coach. He's a good coordinator. He's not a head coach. So go find a real coach. Go find a coordinator, a defensive coordinator. Find players. Draft better, because they draft like shit. Jerry Jones is, I know he's senile, he's old, he's extremely mentally ill and fragile at this stage in his life, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. First of all, you should have never got rid of Micah Parsons, because the defense would actually be maybe competent with Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons was hiding the ugly truth about this team, and now that, Jerry decided to get rid of him in a stupid fucking trade. Now the truth has been revealed about all of that he was really the glue of this defense, and without him, they just completely fucking flat out suck and are nothing. And I just feel bad for Cowboys fans. They don't deserve this because, they have a quarterback playing out of his fucking mind right now that may be top 5 in MVP discussion in Dak Prescott. And if I was Dak Prescott, I would go up to Eberflus. I would come very close to punching him in the mouth. I mean, I would probably be fucking cut, but then that'd be my way out. I can work my way onto another team. And there you go. I get to a stable, competent organization. And oh my God, look, I'm in the playoffs. Fuck you, Dallas. I'll shove it in your damn face. If I was Dak, I would either request a trade or release. I would try to find a way out because this is a disgrace. Dak Prescott is playing great, and the team is selling him. The defense is selling him. Matt Eberflus is a football terrorist. He is the Al-Qaeda of fucking football. The guy's a joke. The defense is an embarrassment. The players have given up. I mean, you can tell. Nobody cares out on that field. They let Bryce Young look like fucking Steve Young out there. When in reality, he's Peter Dinklage in the pocket, folks. It's not like he's a world beater. He's one of the most trash quarterbacks in the league for a reason, but they made him look like a fucking world beater. And it's just embarrassing. And for Cowboys fans, I know you guys are looking on in disdain and disgust, and you want Eberflus fired, and there's no talent. There's nothing on this team. There's no coordinator. You have nothing. There's no hopes of the playoffs. You'll score 30 points a game but give up 37 because that's how bad the defense is. And that's all I gotta say on this matter, man. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.